Good morning, America. Hi, I'm Edie, owner of Merle Norman Cosmetics in Concord and Edie's Salon, Merle Norman Cosmetics in Morganton, and Two Blonde Chicks Fine Consign. I've had so many requests now to talk about foundation. We have many different types depending on your skin type. Me, I have oily skin, so I use our lasting foundation, which I can actually go swimming in this, and it's not going to come off. Then we have foundations for dry skin, which are going to help hydrate the skin, but they also are going to protect the skin from the sun. We have creams, we have liquids, we have powder foundations. It's just whatever your personal preference is for application, and then in what your skin type is. Now today I've already done my, what we learned last week, remember, Energizing Concentrate. Then I did my Anti-Aging Day Cream. I love that. The Anti-Aging Complex Emulsion. And then I did the most wonderful thing in the world, which I'm almost out of, the 24 karat gold. It's Anti-Aging Primer. It's wonderful. It also tightens the skin as it dries, so I love that bonus that comes with it. Okay, so we're going to do the foundation. Now, some people want to use their fingers. Don't do that. You cannot get even coverage with your fingers. You either need to use a brush applicator or my favorite sponge that's almost worn out. These sponges come really small, and you just wet them and they swell up and become very flexible. And this can actually push the foundation into any fine lines, any large pores, I love that, and help make the skin very smooth. Now when I do my foundation, there's a little trick I learned from Merle Norman. I put the foundation, that's about all I need for my whole face, on my sponge, and then I add 1 drop, can you see that, of the Anti-Aging Dry Oil Serum. I love this stuff. Now you say, what? You just told me you had oily skin. Yes, I have oily skin. But when the dry oil serum is mixed in with my foundation, it helps plump the skin, and it tells your face, hey, there's oil here, so don't make any today. All right, I put that together on my little sponge. Then I'm going to pick a cheek, and I'm going to blend the two together. Now you can see my face is way lighter than my décolleté area. I want to try and match that. So blending it on one cheek. Now, when you're applying foundation, remember this. When you wipe, that's what you're doing. You're wiping it off. But when you tap, you are building that foundation. Pull my hair back. You know, I have so much here. Look at that. It just goes on like a breeze with a wet sponge. So you wet it really good, squeeze it out. Okay, I do the outer rim of my face a little bit darker. Okay, then I'm going to hit my ears and kind of wipe that off. And that way you don't have a line on the side. Now, this is what drives me insane when I see women with a line between their cheekbone and, their jawbone and their neck. That drives me nuts. So you want to remember this, when you wipe with the sponge, it's like wiping it off, thinning it out. That way you can blend it better. Okay? Blend onto the neck as far as you want to go. Now a woman shows her age in her neck and her hands. So you want to keep this area protected really good, all the way down to my chest there. Okay, now I'm looking in the mirror, making sure everything is blended good, and I still look kind of crazy because I haven't done the center of my face. That's because I changed the color. There's a little trick that I've done since I was very young. I take a lighter shade of the foundation. Yeah, you can tell I like it because I'm almost out. Put that on my sponge, and I go into the area under the eye, between the eyes, the nose, the Cupid's bow and the top of the chin. Okay, so I guess you could say, since I was born, I've been doing my makeup like this. Or shortly after birth, I got into some makeup. I just always have loved it. When a woman has her makeup done and feels pretty about herself, it builds her confidence, and she can go through this world and do anything. Okay? Ta-da! See, it gives me a little more pop. And it also keeps people's attention here when I'm talking. My eyes, my mouth. Okay? Now, make sure it's blended with the other color really good. I even put a little bit on my lips, even though I have the lip revive on. I put a little bit on my lips. I like that. It kind of helps there in the corners too. Ta-da! Next step, concealer. I love the dual action concealer, but under my eyes they don't look bad. I just need a little bit of extra. So I'll put that on. It comes with a wand, but you don't want to use the wand to spread it. It'll be too thick. You want to use another brush, and you want to pat. Do not pull ever in your life on the eye area, because that is the thinnest skin on the body. And you want to take care of that. So you want to pat it in that area. And guess what? If you're patting right here where the crow's feet are, what did I tell you? When you pat, it fills in those lines and those large pores. So around the eye, we got some lines to fill in. We're going to tap. We're going to go in here at the tear duct. We're going to make sure that's all covered, and then step it on out and blend it in right there at the edge of the orbital bone. Okay, yay! Oh, I'm looking better. Thank goodness, because I scare myself sometimes. Now, next, you want the whole face ready for the next step, which is the application of the blush, your eyeshadow, your contour, whatever else you want to use. Now, I am going to add the eyeshadow base. Love, love, love this. I just use a brush and I go on the eye. It's kind of like a primer for the eyeshadow, and it helps lock in your color and hold your eyeshadow on without creasing. But guess what? It also kind of acts like a magnet and grabs that eyeshadow when you put it on, so you use less eyeshadow by using the eyeshadow base. Ta-da! Look at that. I like to go right here too, because sometimes I go under my eyes with a little eyeshadow. So I'll put that there too. I've already done my lashes. I just love them. I'm using the Nutrilux to make them grow, and they are out of control. Love it. They can just go on up and touch my eyebrows. It'll be fine. Now, while my foundation is drying, and you do want it to dry, it has to finish its process. So when it's dry, it will be ready for the next step, which is powder. But that's today's tutorial, so look again next week for one on how to apply your powder. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.